The show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love Talk Radio.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا فمن يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ya Muslimin who are tuning into our show tonight. Welcome, always glad to Allah, and peace and greetings to all of our non-Muslim listeners who tune into our show for good intentions and for bad intentions, and for whatever intentions you have, you are also welcome. We're not going to hide anything from you. We want you guys to come and learn as much as you can about Islam, and hopefully, inshallah, it'll be something that will guide you to Islam. You know, our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, if you can control the 2 hollow points, he can guarantee you paradise. And he pointed to the mouth and he pointed to the private area. And a lot of times, we don't think about what we say. We don't care what comes out of our mouth. We just blah, 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 all day long. Just gossip, you know, did you see such and such? You know, such and such did this, or such and such did this, and you know, a lot of people don't know. There is a difference between, excuse me, there is a difference between backbiting and slandering. And well, I say it to their face, it doesn't make it right. If you're talking about somebody behind their back and it's true, then it's backbiting. If you're talking about somebody behind their back and it's a lie, then it's slandering. Nevertheless, both of them are haram. Because you got to ask yourself, how would that person feel if they knew you were talking about them behind their back? Now, there is good gossip where you're talking good about a person. Or is I don't even know if it's gossip really. Maybe I just made that up. Allahu Akbar. But my point is, if we say, you know, mashallah, brother such and such is this, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless him, you know, yeah, did you see what he did? Mashallah, yeah, he saved somebody's life. And when you're talking about a person in a good way, alhamdulillah, that's good. But if you are talking about somebody in a way that they will not be pleased with it, they'll be angry, they'll hate it, they can be mad at you, or you can even cause fitna between them and someone else, then why would they like it? Of course they wouldn't like it. So alhamdulillah, tonight we want to get into that a little bit, inshallah, about the gossiping that goes on amongst the Muslim communities and the Muslim families and so on and so forth, inshallah. So please stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and that is the hard truth. Inshallah, we'll be right back.
Our Truth is sponsored by Ask a Muslim. You want to know how to fix your car? Ask a mechanic. You want to know about the law? Ask a lawyer. And if you want to know about Islam, ask a Muslim. Bring the truth about Islam one person at a time. Visit the website at www.askamuslim.com or call me toll free 1-855-968-756.
Alhamdulillah. Now, I want to read one of maybe the first surahs that people will learn out of the Quran, inshallah. If I can find it, inshallah. It's in Juz Amma. And it is right here. Now, people, it is so serious that Allah Azza wa Jal had revealed a whole verse about it, about the gossiping, the slandering, and the backbiting, and so forth. So Allah Azza wa Jal says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل للكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وأهدر يحسب أن ماله أخلد كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع ولا أفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في أمد ممددة. Allah Azza wa Jal says, woe to every slanderer and backbiter. Stop for 1 second. Ask yourself, do I fit that category? Do I go out and my whole life is so miserable and so boring and so unfulfilling that I have to go out and talk about other people? I have to go out and find somebody else's business to get into. I mean, because to me, that's what it's about. Your life is so unfulfilling. Your life is so boring. Your life is just to the curb so much that you have to go out and discuss other people's issues. Sometimes it has, most times it has nothing to do with you. But you know, people like news. That's why the news is one of the biggest gossipers there is. If you watch the news, you're really watching a bunch of gossip. Yes, it's informing you, but it's nothing but gossip. And a lot of the people, we become our own private news broadcasters. You know, we might as well say, yes, it's 8:42. We have breaking news at Mashidi Battle. I'm your broadcaster, Muhammad Hartrue Smith. And today we're going to be talking about such and such person. Do you know such and such person did this and such person did that? And can you believe such and such person did this? Astaghfirullah. What you should be saying, astaghfirullah, to yourself, Allahumma maghfirli, for backbiting and slandering these people. That's what you should be saying it for, not for what that person did. You should make dua for that person and leave it between them and their Lord. But a lot of us, we pick up the phone and we get on the phone and we get to talking. And brothers always blame it on sisters. But you know what, sisters, brothers do it too. Brothers do it. They probably do it just as much as sisters do. But they're quick to say, oh man, sisters always this, sisters always that. Brothers do it too. And it is funny because brothers, you know, they try to make an excuse for it, and a lot of people make an excuse for it. Instead of making tawbah, they make an excuse. You know, the hard truth is what? Don't make excuses, make tawbah. This is our saying now. Don't make excuses, make tawbah. You know you're wrong. You should feel bad about it, and you should stop doing it. Now, there are people who maybe are just sitting in the company, maybe lending their ear. They're just as wrong. They're wrong for one thing, not checking you, and I mean checking you in an Islamic way, inshallah, alhamdulillah, an Islamic way, but also checking you in a manner where they say, listen, I can't listen to that because I don't want that sin upon me as well. But you find a lot of people out there, they indulge, you know, and sometimes you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but sometimes you gotta hurt some feelings. I don't want to hear it. Let's talk about something different. Stuff for the law. You know, you're wrong. Let's not talk about that, brother. Let's not talk about that sister. Make dua for him. And leave it at that. So Allah says, who has gathered wealth and counted it, he thinks that his wealth will make him last forever. Nay, verily he'll be thrown into the crushing lake. You know what the crushing fire is. A fire Allah kindled, which leaps over the hearts. Verily it should be closed upon them and pillars stretched forth. Now, of course, this is describing those people who have amounted some type of wealth, but they go throughout the land, causes fitna with their backbiting and slander, and Allah knows best. And then there's also in Surah, I believe, Surah Hujurat, I believe it's spelled out Surah Hujurat, but Allah says, do not scoff at one another, do not hate each other, do not backbite each other, you know, old believers be brothers, and so on and so forth. A lot of times we become the judge, the jury, and the prosecutor. And that's because for some reason we put in our minds, if we hear about something, we believe it. Let somebody come and say, if somebody came to here and said, Brother Muhammad Hartrue Smith, he was thinking about jumping off a building today. 9 times out of 10, the people will believe it. And I wonder which of the people will say, get out of here. We're not going to believe that. Which 1% will tell the people to get out of here with that nonsense? But a lot of the people will say, oh, that might have been true. It might be true. I might believe that. Well, I never thought about jumping off a building unless I was 7 or 8, 9 years old and I was having fun and I was not thinking about killing myself. I was just thinking about having fun, maybe jumping on a mattress or something, or, you know, doing crazy things. And when you're a kid, you're crazy, you know, jumping out of trees or something. But a lot of times first thing we hear, we run with it. The first time, sister such and such, she did this, she did, and we believe it. And we're quick to say, stuff for the law. We never give the Muslim the benefit of the doubt. We never put in our mind, maybe there is false information here. Maybe someone heard something wrong. In a lot of cases, that does happen. There was a young Muslim man, a young Muslim boy married a woman, and everybody said she was a kafir. Oh, astaghfirullah. You know, this little brother married this kafir girl, and she's a kafir, and kafir this and this, and he shouldn't have married her. Why did he marry a Muslim sister? Now, she wasn't a kafir, she just wasn't a practicing Muslimah. So now we draw the lines. But because we didn't see her garb on and she wasn't dressed correctly, the first thing the people believe was she's a kafir. I don't know why the people always want to think the worst. The people always want to think the worst possible situation about an individual instead of giving the person the benefit. The Prophet ﷺ said, you know, you give your Muslim brothers and sisters the benefit of the doubt until it's proven against them. It's not something that, you know, we want to think the worst. We want to say, astaghfirullah, brother such and such did it. And then the sad things is these people who go throughout the earth causing mischief. They go through the earth causing mischief. Allah talks about them in the Quran. And it's sad because Allah is talking about the hypocrites, but you have Muslims doing the same things what the hypocrites are doing, going through the earth causing mischief. Allah says, and when it said to them, وَإِذَا كِلَا لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ قَالُوا إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُصْلِحُونَ. Allah says, when it said to them, and do not make mission throughout the land, they say what? They say, verily we only where it says and make not mission on earth, they say we are only peacemakers. But Allah says, Allah innahum humul mufsiduna lakin la yush'arun. Verily they are the ones who make mission, but they perceive it not. And it's funny because a lot of the people who gossip and go around telling stories, a lot of them think they're not doing anything wrong. A lot of them don't even know they're doing anything wrong. And that's the funny thing. They don't know the fitna that they're causing. They don't understand that perhaps they're causing a greater damage. Let me explain something to you people. The tongue is known for destroying communities. The tongue is known for destroying families. The tongue is very vicious, very dangerous. And this is why our beloved Prophet ﷺ said, if you can guarantee these 2 points, the 2 hollow points, he can guarantee you Jannah. So, how do we control our tongue? Well, one of the ways of controlling the tongue is keeping the remembrance of Allah, first and foremost. Another thing is get some business of your own. Like I said, a lot of people, their lives are so boring or just so empty that they have to get in other people's business. I'm quick to tell you, it's not my business. I don't care. Now, if it's brought to me in a different way where maybe someone is seeking my nasiha, my advice, or something like that, then inshallah, I will help out wherever I can. But I'm not going to run and jump in somebody's affairs. I'm not going to do it unless they bring it to me in the correct manner. Now, if there's a situation where maybe someone needs help and they don't know how to get help, and someone comes to you and say, brother such and such, this brother, he's having a hard time, then of course you go talk to the brother. You don't go, oh, I heard such and such is having a hard time. Oh, what's wrong? And then there it is. Gossip has started. And it's funny how the people try to hide it and costume it where they don't believe that they're saying nothing wrong. Oh, I was just saying, no, stop it. He wasn't just saying anything. Don't make excuses and make tawbah. Inshallah, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, inshallah, and that's the hard truth.
The best quality of 24 karat gold. Visit AA Jewelry Store located at 22 Morse Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43229 Suite E1. Inshallah, you'll find the most beautiful rings, feathers, and much, much more. Give us a call, 614-269-8874, or email us at globalcohio@hotmail.com. There's GLOBALCOHIO @hotmail.com.
Tag New and Used Tires, located at 3910 Cleveland Avenue, Columbus, Ohio. Specializes in the best quality services and new and used tires. Has also mounts and laser balance with all tires. Give Taz a call and tell him Muhammad Archer Smith sent you.
Alhamdulillah, before I forget, I want to make sure that we remind the people, and I'm trying to find it now, inshallah, so I give the right information. Okay, I don't see it for some reason. And it should have been up front. SubhanAllah. Well, for those who don't know, Imam Siraj Wahaj will be here Sunday doing a fundraiser dinner for Ask a Muslim. And I know I have it in here. I'm trying to find it, inshallah. So I can remind the people, inshallah. And for some reason, I cannot find it right now. Okay. Maybe we'll make a quick phone call to find out the information on that, inshallah. Or I'll get back to it, inshallah. I'll find out later. But Imam Siraj Wahaj should be here Sunday doing a fundraiser dinner at, I believe it's a hotel on 161. And I promise I cannot remember the name of it, but it's a fundraiser. They'll be serving dinners for $20 a piece. If you want to find out, go to www.askamuslim.com, or you can call the number 1-855-968-2756 and hit the button that says if you have any questions about Islam, and inshallah you can find out that way too. Or you can go to the Ask a Muslim Facebook page, which I'm on, but I'm trying to find it, and for some reason I cannot find it right now. But I know it's here, inshallah, and I know it's not gossip because this is something we've been planning for a minute, inshallah. But still, I have not been able to find it yet. I don't know if they took it down, or if they moved it, they hid it. I don't know. But now we have to try to. Okay, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I cannot find it right now. Subhanallah. And it's really going to really drive me up a tree because I cannot find the upcoming events. Okay. Allahu Alam. I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, back to the topic. So, the tongue has started wars. It starts with the verbal saying, no one has started a war like this. No one said, you never seen a war started like that. But we have heard people say, I declare war. We heard people say, attack such and such people. Do this, do this. The tongue is very dangerous. And it can be very good for you, giving dawah. Refraining from speaking in a way that's displeasing to Allah. It's so many things you can do with the tongue that can keep you away from talking about somebody else. But it takes a person to really think, because sometimes you fall into gossiping. Sometimes you're talking and then you're going to somewhere and you don't really think about it, or you might catch yourself too late. You say astaghfirullah, and really, to be honest with you, you have to ask that person for forgiveness. The person you was talking about behind their back. And a lot of us are not going to do it because we're going to be too embarrassed. And then we're going to wait all the way to the day of judgment. And all those people we talked about behind their backs and said whatever we said about them, on the day of judgment, Allah is going to give them some of our good deeds. And if we don't have any good deeds to give, then we're going to take on some of their sins. So ask yourself, is it worth that? Is it worth going in front of Allah Azza wa Jal, standing in front of Allah Azza wa Jal, taking on the sin of somebody else when you really could just mind your business? You really could have just kept it to yourself. a lot of conflict has been started by lies. A lot of people are in prison because of lies. A woman said she was raped by a man and she was never raped by. Back in the slavery days, if a white woman said that a black person did something to her, they believed it. And she was, he was lynched, he was killed, he was murdered because of someone's tongue. If a white man says something about a black man, they're going to, 9 times out of 10, they're going to believe the white man. That's just the society that we were living in back then, and it still happens today. You know, you'll find that today, even inside the Islamic communities, if a person is considered to be a noble of the community, and maybe someone is not as noble or people don't know him, you know, if that person says something about the other person, they're going to believe the person as noble. What if he had a personal vendetta? What if they believe, what if what if this person really didn't like that person? So they say, we're going to, I'm going to hurt this person because I don't like him. I'm going to make up a lie. And what's amazing is there are people that would make up lies, like literally just make up a lie about something just to make themselves seem important. There's some people that gossip just to make themselves seem important, like they have all the information, that everybody goes to them so that they know. So we want to be very careful of these type of circumstances. We want to be very mindful of what we say and how we say it, where we're not offending anyone. Because the bottom line is, if you backbite or slander someone, it's offensive. It is offensive to that individual. And if they feel like they are offended, are you willing to apologize? Think about it. What if it got to somebody that you were talking behind their back? And you were blah, 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 blah. And the person you was talking to went right back to that person and said, such and such said this about, such and such said this about you. And then that person confronts you. You know how embarrassed you would be? You should be embarrassed. You should feel very bad. But a lot of times the person is talking to just goes right along with it. And then they say, oh, I didn't tell them because I didn't want to start the fitna. Well, you started the fitna by lending the ear to the lies, lending the ear to the gossip. Sometimes these teeth should be bars to keep the tongue locked away. So no one can get out and say anything. No one can get out and, keep your tongue under control. When I was a bit like, may Allah protect us from being those who gossip. I believe Thursday night, because I know Friday night the sisters want to continue talking about the polygyny topic, so we'll probably do that Friday. But Thursday, we want to discuss about these riots, all the riots that are going on, all the fighting, and Baltimore and Ferguson, and we want to talk about, are the riots something that are beneficial, or are they something that's bad, inshallah. So we will be discussing that, inshallah, this Thursday. And Friday, inshallah, we want to talk about my new phrase, are you part of the 4 or 46? You want to be part of the 4 or the 46 when we talk about the polygyny aspect and how many sisters are accepting of polygyny now and in these times that we're living in. So alhamdulillah, we're going to definitely talk about that, inshallah. And we're going to take a quick break, and that's the hard truth. We'll be right back, inshallah. Stay tuned.
for quality used cars, look no further than Spectrum Motor One, located at 3238 Websterville Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43231. Not only does Spectrum offer good quality cars, but also a nationwide warranty, 40-point inspection, 5-year, 10-year, zero interest, as well as allowed Islamic financing. Call Spectrum 814-477-4388 or email them at spectrummotor1@gmail.com. And if you tell them Muhammad Archie sent you, expect a 30% discount, and that's the hard truth.
Furniture Land, Ohio, located at 1395 North Road, Columbus, Ohio, 13229. Furniture Land, Ohio offers the most beautiful furniture for a beautiful price. Good and durable. It stands behind the product. Quality, service, and great deals are what they stand for. Call them at 614-447-8505 or email them at furniturelandohio2@ymail.com. And if you tell them Muhammad Hartooth listened to, you will get 10% off your purchase, inshallah. And that's the hard truth.
Alhamdulillah. You know, one of the things that I found is that a lot of gossip starts out of jealousy. You ever seen a woman be standing next to some women and another woman walks by and she has on very nice clothing or something, or maybe she has on some jewelry, and the first thing comes out of the other woman's mouth is who she thinks she is. You know, when a new sister comes to the masjid, you know, the first thing the women do, they watch her. They start talking about her. Because they're all worried about this woman marrying her husbands. And another thing is, a lot of the women, if they know a woman if she likes polygyny, they really talk bad about her. You know, they disrespect her. They say she's this. They call her a husband thief, or, you know, as if she's doing something haram. But what happens is they talk about a person's character so bad, and it starts to spread out the community to the point that they don't know that they're actually committing a sin. Sisters are committing a sin by doing this. The gossiping of a sister or sisters who maybe like polygyny, maybe make marriage easy. And they say, oh, she's just desperate. You know, they call her desperate. They say she's a husband thief. You know, she don't take into consideration the other sisters. You hear so many other different spectrums of this. And the reality is the women don't like it. And so they put up some type of defense for jealousy, and it's just gossip. That's all it is. You know, the women, they gossip over and over and over. Alhamdulillah. But I have to be honest with my listeners tonight. Your brother is very tired tonight, and I apologize. I tried to come on here and do a show tonight, but I'm exhausted. And I'm going to have to end the show early tonight because I am tired. Had a hard day at work today. Alhamdulillah, but alhamdulillah, I have work. That's good. And inshallah, I'm going to have to cut the show a little short tonight. So we're going to play the last commercials, inshallah. And we're going to call it a night, inshallah. So let's play the last commercials, because I'm having a hard time staying awake here. And I apologize, but I just at least had to give you a little bit of what we had tonight, inshallah.
At the International Market, there's the Red Cloud Eastern Town, 544 Cleveland Avenue, Columbus, Ohio. All that means for your clothing and work needs. Looking for a quality used car? Look no further than Spectrum Motor One, located at 3238 Websterville Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43231. Not only does Spectrum offer good quality cars, but also a nationwide warranty, 40-point inspection, 5-year pay-year, zero interest, as well as allowed Islamic financing. Call Spectrum 814-477-4388 or email them at spectrummotor1@gmail.com. And if you tell them Muhammad Archie sent you, expect a 30% discount. And that's the hard truth.
Furniture Land, Ohio, located at 1395 North Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43229. Furniture Land, Ohio offers the most beautiful furniture for a beautiful price. Good and durable. It stands behind the product. Quality, service, and great deals are what they stand for. Land, Ohio too at ymail.com. And if you tell them Muhammad Hard Smith mentioned, you will get 10% off your purchase, inshallah. And that's the hard truth.
So tonight, if we said anything that is wrong, incorrect, offensive, we ask you to forgive us, inshallah. And if we said anything tonight that is the truth, and we cannot apologize for that because the truth is what it is, and we must tell the truth. And if we say anything tonight that is inspiring, that makes you want to guard yourself and guard your tongue, and makes you want to be a better Muslim or maybe become Muslim, but really all the praise due to Allah Azza wa Jal. Your brother Muhammad Hard Smith apologizes, but I have to go. I have to make it an early show tonight, inshallah. So inshallah, I'll tune in Thursday. I will be more lively and vibrant, inshallah. And we will get back to it, and that's the hard truth. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.